Morning everybody, thank you for joining me. Today I would like to summarize the shiur of yesterday, how to kasher keilim at home. It's a very challenging year and it's difficult to kasher keilim outside, so therefore we need to take to turn the challenge into an opportunity, and let's learn how to kasher keilim at home. I think it's very simple and I would like to give you a few tips how to do it easily at home. Now I would like to speak shortly about four ways of kashering keilim, mainly the first and the second. The first one is agala with boiling water. The second one is libun with blowtorch or fire. The third one is libun kal. We have libun chamur and libun kal. I would like to distinguish between them. And the last one, and I won't mention today, is kvisha. It's to soak the keilim into water, about glass dishes. Let's leave it aside at the moment. Let's speak about two ways, agala and libun. Agala with boiling water. Everything that has to do with liquid. If the vessel absorbs the flavor through liquid, so then we need to remove the flavor of the chametz. We're talking here at the moment about chametz, not about meat and milk. So you would like to remove the taste. Sometimes the vessel absorbs the flavor not with liquid, but by a dry process. For example, the baking trays and the racks. No liquid there, so then we need to use the second way of kashering keilim. We need to use the blowtorch, the fire, the libun, and the libun doesn't remove the taste. The libun just destroys it, just burns it. Let's speak about agala. Agala is very simple, and many of our vessels, many of our dishes, our keilim, we can use the agala. So what you need to do technically, first of all, take the biggest pot that you have in the kitchen. Okay? Wait 24 hours. I don't have enough time to explain why. Wait 24 hours. If you don't have enough time to wait 24 hours, you can add soap to the boiling water. But first of all, ideally, wait 24 hours. The second thing, you waited 24 hours, you need to clean the vessel, the pot, carefully. And especially here, around the handles, clean it properly. Sometimes you can use the blowtorch if you have, because it's very dirty here. According to Mishnah Berurah, we need to dismantle the handles. If you can dismantle the handles, so dismantle the handles. If you can't, what you need to do, just like Rav Ovadia Yosef says in Yabi Omer and Chazon Ovadia, put lots of soap. You can soak it into the soap. And you can use the blowtorch just in the crevices in order to clean it properly. Now this is the first thing. We wait in 24 hours, we clean the vessel. The next thing is to technically to kasher the handles. To kasher the handles, take the kettle, boiling water, make sure that it's kosher for Pesach, because you haven't used it for with chametz, or maybe just turn it on, and when the water is boiling, you can clean it, kasher it. When the water is boiling, it's kosher for Pesach. Put it in the sink and just pour boiling water on the handles in order to kasher the handles. Now, fill it in with water, lots of water. If you didn't wait for 24 hours, so add soap inside. Now, it's full with water. When the water is boiling, you can kasher, the pot is kosher. The problem is sometimes just to kasher the brim. How do you kasher the brim? The idea is to cause the water to overflow. When the water overflows here, then you can kasher even the brim. How do you do that? Put lots of water and wait. Another way is use the ladle. You can warm it up. You can put it in the oven. You can put it on the fire. And if you have a gas stove, you can use the blowtorch. You can put it on the brine and warm it up. Now then, take a towel. Be careful. It's very hot. Chamira sakanta misura. And then just take the ladle and press a little bit. The ladle is hot enough, and it won't. It doesn't cause the water to be cooler, and then press a little bit, and then by the time when the water spills out, it can kasher the brim. This is the first thing, to kasher the biggest pot. Once the pot is kosher, you can kasher the cutlery. You can kasher little pots easily. Now, technically, I would say you can take a laundry bag, make sure that it's not out of plastic. You can put inside your cutlery, and then take the cutlery, put it inside the boiling water 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Take it out and put it under the tap, cold water, or into another vessel with cold water, just like a tchila, if you can. If you can't, it's okay, and that's it. It's kosher. Now, you can use, for example, just be creative. You can use, for example, the colander. First of all, you need to put into the water to kasher it, and then you can put the cutlery inside. Again, use a towel, put it inside 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then you can kasher it. Now, what else you can kasher in agala? For example, small pots. You should kasher with the agala. Again, you can put it inside. The pot is big enough. Now, if you can't put it inside because the pot is too big, you can put half, and then the second half. Again, hold it with the towel. You should put the handle inside as well. This is something you can do with regards to agala. Something that we can't do in tvilat keilim, in the mikveh. Then you need to immerse the vessel fully. Look, it's a very simple way, and we can use it for kasher many of the keilim. What can we do with frying pans? According to the Sfardim, you can do hagalak, put in the boiling water. The Ashkenazim, we do libun kal, not libun chamur. Libun kal is just to put it on the stove and wait to the stage that the pan is very hot in a way that I can take a tissue and put it here on the brim, and easily it can burn. That's the way to kasher. In hard times, we can rely on the Shulchan Aruch, especially this year, and to use the principle Haggalah. But in principle, Ashkenazim, that's what we do. Quickly, about the surface, about the sink. Surface, just clean it properly. 2 ways. 1, to pour boiling water. The second way is to cover it with something. And most of the people do both. It's unnecessary, but this is the minhag. First of all, again, clean the surface properly, especially all of with lots of soap in all of the crevices, and then pour boiling water and cover it. The table, the same. You don't need to pour boiling water. Use just clean it properly and just cover it. The cupboards, again, clean it properly and cover it. The fridge, clean it properly and cover it. The freezer, clean it properly and cover it. First of all, you need to make sure that you don't have ice there, but then clean properly and cover it. The sink, if you have a metal one, so it's easy, clean it properly and then pour boiling water on top of the taps and the sink. If you have a clay one, so it's some say that you can do the same because it doesn't the sink doesn't absorb because of the soap, but some say, most of the poskim, I believe, put a bucket inside, clean it, pour boiling water and put the bucket inside. These are basically about Haggalah, and I spoke about the frying pan. Tomorrow I would like to send another clip to explain how to kasher the oven, how to kasher, if you can kasher, the baking trays and the racks, how to kasher the dishwasher, how to kasher the microwave. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'm looking forward for another clip. Have a wonderful day, and Pesach Kasher v'Sameach.